Hi guys, this is the second part of MCQs on 21st century English literature based on Routledge History of English Literature. Let's begin with the questions. Which of the following 21st century novels is written in an imaginary language, a hybrid of Old English and Modern English? A. The Unconsoled, B. The Wake, C. Nocturnes, and D. Brooklyn. The answer is B. The Wake. It is a novel by Paul Kingsnorth. It is the first of the trilogy starting in the time of Hereward the Wake in the 11th century, the time of the Norman conquest. Kingsnorth's major achievement was to create a kind of quad Old English in which to tell the tale, which returns to the oral tradition. I have provided a picture of the paragraph of from his book. You can pause and read it. Let's move on. The next question is match the authors with the pen names they have used for some of their works. It is also one of the favorite questions of net. Let's see the answer. It's D. J.K. Rowling has used Robert Galbraith for some of her novels, John Benville Benjamin Black, Julia Barnes Dan Kavanagh, Salman Rushdie, Joseph Anton. The author himself turned Bedlam into a video game. Which author is being talked about? A. Christopher Brookmyre, B. Ian Rankin, C. Jim Crace, and D. Peter James. The answer is A. Christopher Brookmyre. I have provided a picture of his. Bedlam is a Christopher Myers' 17th novel. It was published in UK in 2013. The book has been turned into a video game also written by Brookmyre. Which of the following have been translated by Seamus Heaney? Again, one of the favorite questions of net. Options are A. Beowulf, 2. Odyssey, 3. Aeneid, 4th Iliad. Choose the correct option. So the answer is B, 1 and 3. Heaney translated Beowulf in the year 1999 and Book 6 of Virgil's Aeneid in 2016. It's very recent. Let's move on. New Ways to Kill Your Mother, a non-fiction book about writers and their families, published in the year 2012, is written by whom? Your options are A. Paul Kingsnorth, B. Christopher Brookmyre, C. Ali Smith, and D. Colm Toibin. The answer is D. Colm Toibin. This work provides a fascinating exploration of writers and their families. You also have to keep in mind, as the name suggests, it is not a crime thriller or a suspense thriller. It is rather a fascinating exploration of writers and their families and an excellent guide through the dark terrain of unconscious desires in this brilliant collection of essays. Through the relationship between W.B. Yeats and his father, Thomas Mann and his children, Jane Austen and her aunts, and Tennessee Williams and his sister, Tobin examines a world of relations, richly comic or savage in their implications. Let's move on. The next question is in which of his works Colm Toibin presents a contrast between regular small town Irish setting of Enniscorthy and the metropolis New York, addressing the dual narrative of the migration experience? A. The Master, B. Mothers and Son, C. Brooklyn, and D. Nora Webster. The answer is C. Brooklyn. It addresses the great dual narrative of the emigration experience, the new life abroad, and the ghostly parallel lives that might have been lived at home. The question of de emigrating and returning home to Ireland after having tasted the life in the US is also what Brooklyn is about. Like his heroine, Alice Lacey, please note down the heroine of this book is Alice Lacey. Tobin never really leaves the Ireland of his birth, despite the wide range of his writing, drawing like Brian Friel, the universal from the local. Next, move on. Which is the final novel of Beryl Bainbridge, published after her death in 2010? Again, one of the favorite questions of net where they ask the first work of a writer or the last work. So your options are A. Every Man for Himself, B. Master Georgie, C. According to Queenie, D. The Girl in the Polka Dot Dress. The answer is D. The Girl in the Polka Dot Dress. The options are set chronologically. I have listed them down. She was primarily known for her works of psychological fiction, often macabre tales set among the English working class. She was nominated 5 times for the Booker Prize, but each time she was a runner up. Well, after her death, she was also given a special Booker Prize. Uh, let's move on to the next question, which is the first novel in Kate Atkinson's Jackson Brodie series? Well, this type of questions are again important. This series, let's see the options. A. Started early, took my dog. B. Case histories. C. One good turn. D. Well, When will there be good news? Well, this series has also been turned into a TV series or movies, I guess. You can check it out. The answer is B, Case Histories. Yeah, it's a series, as you can see in the image. The series consists of five novels. They are Case Histories, One Good Turn, When Will There Be Good News, Started Early, Took My Dog, and Big Sky. Jackson Brodie is an Englishman, a former policeman working in Edinburgh as a PI and single dad. Over 3 decades, there are three cases, hence the title. Let's move on. Which of Jim Crace's novels are set in pre-industrial landscape where the concerns are only of the village, its lords and masters, and the villagers, until three outsiders arrive heralding the enclosure of the land? A. The Pest House, B. All That Follows, C. Harvest, D. Life After Life. Well, you can have a smart guess here where it's talking about pre-industrial landscape where the concerns are only of village and villagers. The most apt answer seems to me is C. Harvest. Yes, the answer is C. Harvest. It got published in the year 2013. It produced a timeless historical pastoral novel. Let's move on. Inspector Rebus series is by whom? It's again a very important question, as you might have seen the pattern of net where they once asked which is the who is the writer of the Rabbit series, and the answer was John Updike. Well, this is a similar question. The options are A. J.K. Rowling, B. Ian Rankin, C. John Benville, and D. Julia Barnes. The answer is B. Ian Rankin. Inspector Rebus series is a series of detective novels by the Scottish writer Ian Rankin. The name itself implies puzzle. The name Rebus implies puzzle and has become almost a stereotype of the disillusioned detective with a troubled life. Noughts and Crosses is the first of the Inspector Rebus novels. Please note down. The series has 23 novels, latest being A Song for the Dark Times, published in 2020. Let's move on. Tatar Noir is a form of crime fiction having its roots in which country? A. Ireland, B. Scotland, C. France, and D. Italy. The answer is B. Scotland. Tatar Noir is a form of crime fiction particular to Scotland and Scottish writers. The US crime writer James Elroy coined the name when he described Ian Rankin as the king of Tatar Noir. You can also be asked who is the king of Tatar Noir. It's Ian Rankin, who is popular for his Rebus series. For a book cover, Ledlow by William McLanavy is considered the first Tatar Noir, as is cited as being inspiration for Ian Rankin's Rebus novels. Let's move on. The hero Jack Parlaben is created by whom? The options are Ian Ranks, Stuart McBride, Peter James, and Christopher Brookmyre. The answer is D. Christopher Brookmyre. 8 of Brookmyre's novels center on the investigative journalist Jack Parlaben. So it's also important. You need to remember the first and the last works. The first is Quite Ugly One Morning. The last one is Black Widow and Won't You Go On. Okay, let's move on. The next question is, who has authored All Fun and Games Until Someone Loses an Eye? Well, it's a very popular phrase, but it's also a book written by, let's see whom. Options are Christopher Brookmyre, Val McDermid, Agatha Christie, and John Benville. The answer is A. Christopher Brookmyre again. It is his ninth novel and published in the year 2005. The next question is, Seema Sini won the Nobel Prize in Literature in which year? This is quite an easy question. Let's see the answer. The answer is C. 1995. This is the picture of Seema Sini receiving the Nobel Prize. Let's move on. Who was the first poet or Makar of Scotland? The national poet of Scotland is also known as Makar. So your options are A. Edwin Morgan, B. Liz Lockhead, C. J.K.K., and D. Don Peterson. The answer is A. Edwin Morgan. Edwin Morgan was the first Makar of Scotland, then came Liz Lockhead, and then JKK. You have to remember them. The present one is JKK. The position of Scots Makar, the national poet for Scotland, was created in February 2004 by the Scottish government. Makar is the Scots word for the author of a literary work and particularly for a poet or bard. Edwin Morgan, the first Makar, was to hold the post for 3 years, but this was later extended as a lifetime appointment. Only Edwin Morgan was appointed for a lifetime. Then the post was specified as 5 years, and the next appointment was of Liz Lockhead, that in the year 2010. And then came JKK in 2016, and he is the present Makar of Scotland. Let's move on. The play Mary Queen of Scots got her head chopped off is written by whom? Options are A. Edwin Morgan, J.K. Kay, Liz Lockhead, Don Peterson. The answer is Liz Lockhead. It was highly politicized play published in the year 1987. It explores the relationship between Queen Elizabeth I of England and Mary Stuart. It is primarily written to be from a female point of view and it is considered to be Lockheed's most successful and critically acclaimed play, hence becoming important. Let's move on. The poems like Lockdown and Still Life in response to the coronavirus pandemic are written by whom? Well, this kind of questions are, I think, not very important, but I have put it because it's written by the present poet laureate. So your options are A. Maya Angelou, B. Carol and Duffy, C. Salman Rushdie, D. Simon Armitage. The answer is D. Simon Armitage. He is the present poet laureate, as I also already mentioned. Lockdown, first published on 21st March 2020, is a response to the coronavirus pandemic and references the Derbyshire plague village of Yam, which self-isolated in 1665 to limit the spread of the Great Plague of London, and the Sanskrit poem Meghdut by Kalidas, in which a cloud carries a message from an exile to his distant wife. Armitage read his Still Life, another poem about the lockdown, on BBC Radio 4's Today program on 20th April 2020. Let's move on. The next question is, which contemporary poet has translated poems like Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, Pearl, and Homer's Odyssey? Again, a very important question. Your options are Maya Angelou, Simon Armitage, Carolyn Duffy, and Salman Rushdie. The answer is again B. Simon Armitage. His translations include, I have mentioned them, you can read them out. Let's move on to the next question. Stuff Happens, a political documentary about the 2003 Iraq War, is written by whom? A. David Hare, B. Andrew Macmillan, C. Alec Blitt, D. David Edgar. The answer is A. David Hare. It premiered to coincide with the third anniversary of 9/11 at the National Theatre in London in 2004. It takes a documentary look at the origins of the Iraq War in 2003 using real protagonists such as the politicians involved and their advisors to create a proving investigation in many ways clearer and more powerful than any long delayed official report might be. Let's move on. The next question is Blasted, a play of very extreme violence where society disintegrates before the audience's eyes. A man is raped by a soldier who then eats a baby, as written by whom? Really very tragic. A. Mark Ravenhill, B. Carol Churchill, C. Sarah Kane, D. David Hare. The answer is C. Sarah Kane. Despite all the violence she has shown, she somehow structures and manages the play to reach a kind of redemption despite the worst that can happen to her characters. Mark Ravenhill sees it as a chamber of tragedy worth of reason. The next question is, who was described by Sarah Kane as the Shakespeare of her time? Your options are Martin McDonagh, Mike Bartlett, Howard Barker, and D. David Hare. The answer is C. Howard Barker. I have also provided a picture of him. Let's move on. The next question is, which of Samuel Beckett's novel is only 7.5 pages long? It's an extremely important question because Samuel Beckett is an often questioned, is one of the very important writers from that point of view. So the options are A. Breath, B. Imagination, Dead Imagine, C. Waiting for Godot, D. The Unnameable. The answer is B. Imagination, Dead Imagine. It is an offshoot of the longer prose work All Strange Away, and consistent with Beckett's preoccupation with cylinders and closed spaces in his work of the 1960s. The text explores the theme of the dying imagination, yet conscious of its own activity. I've also written down the first sentence. You can read. Let's move on. The Coast of Utopia is a trilogy of plays by Tom Stoppard consisting of, let's see the answer. The answer is C. Voyage, Shipwreck, and Salvage. It is a total of 9 hours of epic drama set in pre-revolutionary Russia and making exciting theatre out of the philosophical debates of that era. The next question is, which play of Ellen Bennett has a refrain, pass it on, resonating with the middle class educated audiences its values reflected? A. The History Boys, B. The Habit of Art, C. People, D. The Madness of George III. The answer is A, The History Boys. It is about a highly motivated group of boys studying to go to university. Let's move on. Which book of Graham Swift has won the Booker? It's again a very easy question. Let's see the options. Wish You Were Here, Waterland, Tomorrow, Last Orders. The answer is D, Last Orders. It won the Booker in 1996. The backbone of the story being the journey of a group of war veterans from Bermondsey to Margate to scatter the ashes of Jack Dodds into the sea, in accord with his last wishes. The title Last Orders not only refers to these instructions as stipulated in Jack Dodd's will, but also alludes to the last orders of the day, the last round of drinks to be ordered before a pub closes, as drinking was a favorite pastime of Jack and the other characters. Let's move on. Match the novels of Martin Amis with their description. You can take time and read them. Let's see the answer. The answer is A. Koba the Dread is about crimes of Stalin. You can remember like this dread, like Stalin was, we were so scared of, people were so scared of Stalin, they dreaded Stalin. So, Koba the Dread about crimes of Stalin. Then comes Zone of Interest, which is about Nazi death